Hey everybody, welcome to Craftniks. I'm Nick. It's a tabletop hobby spot where we craft everything from terrain to the game. And in this video, I'm going to build some urban sky bridges to go along with my stackable buildings that I built for my Wargames. More specifically, my Stargrave games. But I plan to also use them in my RPG games as well. Now I did something a little different for this video. I wrote a script. I'm going to try to follow it as best as I can. So if you notice that in the video and you kind of like the way it flows, let me know in the link below. I'll keep doing it. If not, I'll do what I do best. Or worst, I'm not sure. Go unscripted. Anyway, let's get into the build. I started off by gluing templates to cardboard. Now I used the kid's washable glue stick. I know that I would be able to peel it later. The next step I did was I laid out all the pieces, and this was just to keep things organized and in order, because the templates are in one direction, but you have to flip the direction so that each staircase lands on the same side. Now, if you go ahead and build it, and that would be awesome, and you want the opposite side, you just have to flip the pieces accordingly. So the way I did it was I wanted to create a mirror image of the left side to the right side, so that when the players go across the sky bridge or pieces go across the sky bridge, they would exit off the steps on the same direction. After that step, I hot glued the pieces to cardstock, just again keeping in mind the orientation. Now I had to rip it off and reapply them because, as according to my last video, those washable glue sticks, the kid sticks, they mess up when you paint them. So knowing that, moving forward, your boy wised up. So I ended up cutting them out, real easy, just scissored them and that's it. And then I began assembly. So I assembled the steps first, and then I marked out later on where the bridge would go. And I kept the mini on hand to make sure that all of the platforms are 1 inch. And I like that look. I like the other look too, not to knock anybody's, but my preference is I want the minis to stand on the large platforms, the large steps. I like the look, I just prefer it. I like big stairs and I cannot lie. So the next step was covering all the borders around the steps. And I did the same thing. I cladded them with cardstock, I bent them, and just made it easy on myself to go ahead and clad that stuff. Now you could take it a step further and clad the seams and all that. One little detail I did was I added a little bit of chipboard to the steps. So to clad them with the chipboard, everything is a 1/4 inch. Your cardboard is a 1/4 inch thick, so I went with the 1/4 inch chipboard. Now, your cardboard crushes, it loses dimensions and so forth, so not always perfect, but at least it covers as much as it can. Again, all these DIY projects, they come with their minor imperfections all the time. So the last thing I did before I moved on to the rails was to measure 1 inch from the edge where the bridge would sit. I just wanted to get a feel of what it would look like, but more importantly, where it would sit. So I went ahead and marked that off, and then I'll assemble the whole thing later. And then I moved on to the railing. At first, I was just gonna go with a simple design, and then I figured, you know what? This is the perfect time to dip into my bits box. The bits box. Box of bits. Bits box. A bits box. That was weak. Don't comment below. Anyway, as I was searching through my bits box, I pulled some things out, but what caught my eye were these trophies here. Really, the handles of the trophies what caught my eye. So I figured, you know what, let me try to cut these off and see what I can do with them. Now, it's worth mentioning real quick that part of my influence for building the city board here is Mass Effect, the Citadel, a game that I love, all three. I mean, don't debate me on them. I love them all. And it's a shame what happened to number 3 and the ending and stuff, but Commander Shepard, baby. So that's a large part of my influence for the city build. The other half of it is I wanted to go for the old Hanging Gardens Babylon look. I wanted to sci-fi that up. You know, that's why I chose the greens and stuff. So why I mention this is because for the railings and these handles, I kept that in mind for my build. And when I was trying to decide the orientation, I thought, man, when I drip them down like this and they flow like that, they kind of look like hanging leaves and hanging plants. So that's the direction I chose. But, you know, we make decisions just based on whatever decision-making criteria that we have, right? So I chopped these handles off, and then I also chopped off the bases because they look cool. Now I used the mat. I laid them up on the mat, tried to get them at a right angle. I spaced them out. Then I said, you know what, let me keep diving in my bits box and see what else I could find. So I could add some stuff to the side of the stairs because that's not a place where it's gonna sit in my stackable buildings. That's gonna be free, it's gonna be seen. So I said, let me dress this up too. Let's see what I had. So I had some old pieces from like a build kit that I salvaged and just glued them on. I figured, you know what, these look like fans, and on a bulkhead or the rooftops of something, most likely we'll probably have a fan. It will be like a smoke purge system. So I went with those pieces and I think it came out pretty nice. Once I put it all together, I tacky glued one of the bridges onto the thing because I knew this one I was gonna spray one color, and the second bridge I kept it off and I'm gonna attach it later. After all that was glued up and set, I just went outside to spray it. So I'm gonna let that dry also. They're getting turned like rotisserie to spray paint. So as soon as that's done, I'm gonna come back in and paint some detailing work on it, and then I'll be able to cut this video and present it to y'all. So I'll see you guys after that. And that's a wrap, folks. So, Skybridges. Real easy, real simple, cardboard, chipboard, cardstock. Just getting the right measurements and you add a lot of elevation to the game. And that's part of the fun in a sci-fi shooter game like that where your line of sights are deep, you know? Elevation is key, right? So we gotta build it. Thank you to everybody who downloaded the templates to build these stackable buildings that you see in front of you. So if this is the first channel that you saw of this build, the templates will be down below in the description where you could build these stackable buildings. For all of you who did download it, I look forward to seeing what you guys do with it. So thank you again for supporting that, and I hope to see some of these builds and what you guys do in the future. And a big thank you to the donations, everyone who donated, the generous donations that you guys provided. I'm still waiting for the details, but I got wind of some of the numbers, so I really greatly appreciate it. I just ran out of the green here, so thanks for spotting me, you know? That's really cool, and I'm really humbled by the gift, so thank you. Thank you again for spending your time here. Thank you for watching. I hope that this brought some value or inspiration to your table and to your game. If it did, consider supporting it. There's numerous ways to do it. You could just hit the like button. This will let people find me, like me and you. You know they're profiling, right? So it'll let us find each other, and hopefully I could bring that same inspiration to other tables too. Share it. If you see something out there that someone might benefit from some information in this video, I'm asking, to share it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We're gonna be doing this, crafting everything from terrain to the game. If that's something that you're interested in, stick around and hopefully I could bring some inspiration to tables around the world, right? If you have any suggestions on how to make a better video, or some things that I could do. I'm a new channel. I'm a small channel, new channel, so I could use any advice that you guys got out there, big or small, it doesn't matter. I could use it all. And with that said, the last way to support is through Patreon. I have a Patreon open, and right now, again, it's a small channel, so just looking to keep the supplies going and trying to bring that value and inspiration to you guys in exchange. So I hope that you consider supporting. And if not, at least just follow. I plan to release some physical assets. I want to get some things to the tables, and just be a powerful force for the community, bringing actual tangible things to it. Again, consider it. And if not, at least just follow. Just come with me for the ride, That's it, folks. Again, I'm thankful for the experience that you guys provide, and I hope that I'm bringing that to you guys too. So I'm gonna get ready to rock this Stargrade. Got the blue versus the orange. I named my crew, the orange. It gotta be the orange. I named my crew the Harvesters. So see if it sticks, see if it flies, see if it's cool. Anyway, signing out. Peace.